In this video, we're going to look at a series of tools used for Module 4. The first tool that we're going to look at is called Object Snap. Object Snap allows the user to snap to different parts of an object. Object Snap is located on the status bar. You'll notice down here at the bottom it says "Oh Snap." I'm going to right click on that and select Settings, and this will load up your drafting settings. AutoCAD has many different object snaps that we're going to review. We have Endpoint that allows you to snap to the endpoints of lines and arcs. Midpoint allows you to snap to the midpoint of lines and arcs. Centerpoint allows you to snap to the center point of circles, ellipses, arcs. Quadrant is used to snap to 4 points on a circle. Think of it as angle 0, 90, 180, and 270. We can snap to the intersection of two objects. We can snap to the insertion point of text or a perpendicular point, or we could snap to tangent points between a line and a circle, for example, or we could snap to a nearest point on the object. There are several others like extension and parallel that we're going to look at here in a second, but they operate a little different than the other object snaps. I'm going to turn on endpoint and midpoint and intersection. Click on OK. I'm going to zoom out and zoom into this box. When I start the line command, AutoCAD will allow me to snap to that endpoint. You'll notice you see the word endpoint as a tooltip, and you see the little green box, which is the auto snap marker. Once you get close to the endpoint of an object, AutoCAD will highlight that point. I also have midpoint highlighted, and in this example you'll see midpoint is visible. So I can snap to that midpoint and draw a line from midpoint to midpoint. As soon as you see the object snap, you can pick that point, and it doesn't have to be exactly on top of it. As long as you're close to it, AutoCAD will find it. So by using object snaps, I can very quickly draw objects with precision. I can use other tools like circle, for example. Let's say I wanted to draw a circle in the center of this box. I could go up and select two-point circle and draw a two-point circle from this midpoint down to this midpoint. And that is exactly on the money. I mean, it is exact. Now let's say I wanted to draw a circle between this line and this circle. I could come over and turn on center point, and now I could draw a two-point circle between the midpoint and the quadrant point. It looks like I missed, so let's try that again. Quadrant. There we go. Now you can activate object snaps as needed on the fly. You can turn them on or off as needed. We can draw tangent lines. For example, if I wanted to draw a line tangent from this circle to this circle, I would start the line command, and I like to use the tangent object snap as an override. To activate an override, if you hold down your shift key, right mouse click, you will see your object snap toolbar pop up. Select tangent. AutoCAD will give me a prompt for deferred tangent. Now I'll need to do an override to pick this other point. Do shift right mouse click, tangent, and there's the other tangent point. So you could use what we call running object snaps. They're running all the time. Or you could use an override, which is a temporary setting. So if I do tangent, start the line command, select tangent, and tangent again. So the way you use Object Snap will be up to you if you want them to be running or if you want them to be used as an override. But you must use Object Snap to add accuracy to a drawing. Okay, let me show you very quickly how we can draw a circle from in the center of this circle and then use our 2-point circles and very quickly add additional circles from quadrant to quadrant. You can use your Object Snap with modify commands. For example, I could use my copy command, copy these objects from the center point over to the center point of these objects. Okay. Looks like I forgot one, so we'll do it again. We'll select this one, copy, and I'll just snap to the center point of each circle. That's the basics of how Object Snap works. Let's take a look at a few additional Object Snaps. I'm going to pan down on my drawing. We can use Object Snaps to find the intersection of two objects. You'll see the X, so I'll find the intersection of those objects. You can also find the intersection of two objects that don't intersect. The override method works the best. So if I start the circle command, select intersection, click on one line, it prompts me with extended intersection. Move my mouse over the other line, and AutoCAD will find the intersection of the second line that I pick. I'll go ahead and select this line, and you'll see that it finds that intersection. We can also use an extension Object Snap. Let me delete this circle. I'm going to right click on OSnap, activate extension. Extension allows you to extend an object that has an endpoint. For example, I can pause over this point and acquire that point, and you'll see the word extension and a dashed line. That's a tracking vector. I can move my mouse over this point, hover, and get my extension Object Snap, bring the two tracking vectors together, and AutoCAD has found that point. So you can use extension Object Snap to extend existing objects. Let's say that I wanted to draw a circle where this vertical line and this angled line intersected. Go to circle, acquire this point, you'll see the tracking vector, go up and acquire this point, bring my cursor down, and then there's the point. The term acquire just means to pause over the endpoint until AutoCAD acquires it, and then you can track from that point. I'm going to go to another drawing or another tab, and we're going to look at a tool called Midpoint between 2 points. Let's say that you wanted to find the center of this box. Typically we would draw a diagonal line and snap to the midpoint of that box or that line. The end result is you have a circle in the center of the box. In fact, there's an easier way with your Object Snap. I'm going to start the circle command. I'm going to have to find this one on my override menu. I'll do a shift right mouse click, and you'll find an Object Snap called Midpoint between 2 points. If I pick opposite corners, AutoCAD will find the center point, and there is no need to draw construction lines. You can also use a similar example. Let's say I wanted to draw a circle in between these two circles. Start the circle command, Shift right mouse click, select midpoint between 2 points, use my quadrant object snap, and I place that circle in the center of those 2 circles. The last object snap that we're going to look at today is the parallel object snap. I need to go down and activate parallel. I'm going to start the line command. At this point, I'm going to pause over this line or acquire this line. You'll see the parallel tooltip. Move my cursor back at the same angle, and you'll see the tracking vector. So now I can draw a line parallel to an existing line. Let's say I wanted to draw a line parallel to this line. Pause over the line. Move my mouse over. It just happens to be at angle 225 also.